of the playoffs. Thanks for joining us. A matchup between two Western Conference powers here in Game 2. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sideline, we've got Allie LaForce. We'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. You take a look at the Timberwolves.
Now their backs are up against the wall. They can't afford to go down 0-2 at home, no less. I want to see some fire from them tonight. They'll need it to even things up.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Now Gilgeous-Alexander takes it inside. The kick out to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on the clock. Clark grabs the board.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Outside for Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. Over Gobert. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Yeah, there's the sweet shooting touch from Holmgren. He can knock it down from just about anywhere.
Shakes him. McDaniels can't hit.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Williams with it. And it's Gobert picking him up. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And he banks in the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Edwards. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. That's a flagrant 1 foul.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant 1 there. Lots of contact on that play, and the official could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. Here's Edwards. He has 6. McDaniels a screen. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances. Came up empty. Outside, Williams. Driving in. Pass to Holmgren. Over McDaniels. And it's Holmgren missing.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Edwards for 3. Drills it from deep. Edwards has got 9.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Edwards. 9 points in the game. Outside McDaniels. Great D that time from Holmgren.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Picked by Gobert. Deflected! And they're able to recover. Second chance effort. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. He's got 11.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
Here's Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. Three-pointer, no good.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. For 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch, and he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said, they're all looking forward to the challenge.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Williams on the wing, to the paint. Back to Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
A swat from McDaniels with a near 7-foot wingspan. He can cover a lot of ground.
Oklahoma City trailing. Holmgren goes in. The game now all tied up.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Left side, Edwards. Back to Daniels. Edwards looking for an opening. From deep three-point land. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Here's Dort. .125 left to play in the first quarter. The kick out to Williams. Hits a three-pointer. Williams has got 5 points.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. He loves seeing these type of results.
Outside Edwards. Will it go? And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Pass to Holmgren. And it's Gobert with a rebound. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Edwards, no good.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Yeah, short trip up for Holmgren, but there's plenty of power behind his jam.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot is good by Edwards.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. And the Thunder lead by 5. And so the first quarter is in the books. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by... And we're back with you, folks, as this exciting Western Conference semifinal game rolls on. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Wallace outside. Pass to Aiden. Armstrong grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 5. Down low. Here's Shannon. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Simmons.
With a tantalizing combination of size and skill, Ben Simmons has to be a headache to guard.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. That free throw misses. Second free throw, no good. Here's Shannon. Driving inside. Here's Armstrong. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Stolen by Ayton. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City.
Well, look, Aldama is a very good passer out of the front court.
So it's Minnesota now. Here's Armstrong. Still no points. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Oh, misses the dunk. Thunder with a lead. Out to the right wing. Wallace outside. And a two-handed jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Nice move. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. Back to Simmons. Wallace outside. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Oh, they get a hand on it. Aldama outside. Pass to Wallace. Jacks up a 3. Unable to get that one.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And Bryant gets it to go.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And Minnesota with possession here. It's a three-point game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Armstrong. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Thunder leading by 3. Here's Wallace. Bryant outside. Back to Wallace. Avdia with a steal. On the break. Boom! He jammed it straight down.
And you don't need a road map when he's got open court in front of him like that.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. They double him with Aiden. Here's Shannon. There's the 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Shannon's got 6.
They look more confident now, putting that rough first quarter behind them.
It's Simmons with a drive. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Substitution on the court.
Thunder trail by 4. Pass to Holmgren. Stolen. Here's Armstrong. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal, then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to McDaniels. 4-3. They get it back. Here's Shannon. He has 6. And here's McDaniels. He's covered by Holmgren. McDaniels, that's good. McDaniels got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Look, when McDaniels can hit the 3, that really helps their spacing.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
The skills of SGA, they're so unique. His ball handling, shooting, length. Not a lot of guys like Shea in the league.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. He had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
McDaniels from long range. Here's Gobert. Second shot opportunity. Outside McDaniels. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. Misses that shot. Struggling now. Shooting 1 for 8.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Dort has really improved this part of his game. Would love to see him shoot more often from out there.
The Timberwolves trail. It's Avdia on the wing. Back to Daniels. Looking to get it going. No good. Had a chance to win the run there.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Williams from long range. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
McDaniels from long range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. McDaniels got 6 in the quarter. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Minnesota leading by just 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. Oklahoma City trailing. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
SGA doing his thing in close.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Yeah, those passing skills are just part of what makes Caruso a valuable piece.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Oklahoma City shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Yeah, a defense has to be very aware of Gilgeous-Alexander's attack mindset. He wants to get to the rim and do maximum damage.
Here's Caruso. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Easy 2 for Holmgren.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Inside. Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Williams on the wing. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Edwards can't hit.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. They set the screen. From outside, off the mark.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 12-4 run. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
I like this aggressive mentality he's adopted in the second half, doing everything he can to get to the line.
McDaniels from long range. The shot won't fall.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams in the post. And Williams punches it home.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. McDaniels from long range. From beyond the arc and then some. McDaniels got 11 points.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
Pass to Dort. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Clock at 6. Connects from downtown. 10 points for him.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
B.A., forget about attempting a long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Man, good whistle there.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
To the right side. And stolen by Edwards. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. To the inside, lets it fly. They set a pick. Inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And Wallace, here we go. Here's Bryant inside from 20 feet. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
And Edwards slams it in.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Wallace left side. Got a hand on it. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Shannon. And he hits it to tie the game. Shannon's got 9 points.
When you look at how they've come out in the second half, it's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle staff. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Thybulle. Soft touch off the glass. Thybulle's got his first 2 points.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
It's always good to see Ayton going up strong, using his physical gifts.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher. Here's Shannon. 9 points in the game. And here's Edwards outside. Offensive rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Give him 8 points now.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Bryant on the drive. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Just angry on the rim rocker.
Man, that was felt all throughout this building.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
He takes it in. Edwards, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's what...
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. That takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Oh. We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And Coach had a simple message for their team saying, hey, we're right there. Let's start with a stop. knock down a couple shots, and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Pass to Williams. Fires from deep. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Dort. That's to Holmgren. The rebound by the Timberwolves. To take the lead, here's McDaniels. Avdia, right side. Outside McDaniels. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Pass to Holmgren. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line.
Yeah, many believe Holmgren must add muscle over time to his wiry frame. We'll see if he focuses on doing just that.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Both free throws good from Holmgren. The Timberwolves trail. And here's McDaniels. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. He buries it from 3. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Well, just outstanding positioning and timing by Gobert. He tries to block as many shots as he can.
And here's McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by Holmgren. And a fast break now for the Thunder. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
They're running.
This is just what they needed right now. A strong defense and smart offense to give their slim lead a boost.
Avdia with a steal. McDaniels from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Here's Shannon. Pass to McDaniels. Fires the 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now Holmgren. Williams on the wing. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And they've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a must.
The first one falls. And Williams drops them both. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And he lobs it up. And Edwards slams it in.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him. To the paint. Stripped away.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic.
Here's the pick. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. Here's Shannon. And the 3 off target. Thunder trail by 3. Pass to Williams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And Shea's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
Edwards with it. Down low. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
His hang time on the rim. It's a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points here in the second half. Got a piece of it. Outside Edwards. With the drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Hey, they really needed that one. Big time move inside.
Yeah, look, that shot took loads of height. Zero fear.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
.127 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Fast break, here we go. To take the lead, Gilgeous-Alexander punches it home.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
Edwards fires from way outside. .102 left in the fourth. Money from deep.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams from long range. Laces one from 3.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Pass. Important possession here.
Yeah, we'll see how they execute under pressure.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
In a close contest, you have to put the ball in the hands of someone who will find a way to put up points.
The kick out to Edwards. Back to Daniels. Oh, he nails it!
And they aren't over the limit yet.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. How do you think this is going to play out?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
taking any chances. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Substitution on the court.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bryant. Oh, it falls!
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been